What's up YouTube, this is Mathwas97 and welcome back to my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. This is the 9th installment of the series thus far, and we are here for another episode of Tuesday Night SmackDown. It's gonna be a big one here in Salt Lake City, Utah, because these fans here in Salt Lake City are gonna see an Intercontinental Championship bout, a battle, a war, as Stardust takes on the challenger, Chris Jericho, in a Fastlane rematch. Only this time, it's anything goes. No disqualification, no countouts, no holds barred. That's our main event, but we're kicking things off with the former tag team champion, the former United States champion, the real American Jack Swagger. Swagger tonight set for singles competition, and at this point we have received more information on Tyson Kidd. Unfortunately, the injuries that he sustained at the hands of Brock Lesnar are enough to keep him out of action for the rest of the month, which means that Tyson Kidd will unfortunately miss out on this year's Royal Rumble. And I'm sure Jack Swagger, you can see it in his expression tonight, that has just infuriated him. Swagger coming out here tonight with a chip on his shoulder. He's fighting not just for himself, but also for his tag team partner, Tyson Kidd. And tonight, well, he's going one-on-one with a man who perhaps really set everything in motion that led to Tyson Kidd's injury. The man who was, well, the man who issued the open challenge that brought Brock Lesnar out to the ring in the first place. He is the awesome one, the Hollywood A-lister, self-proclaimed, he says. He is The Miz, SmackDown's newest superstar, after being traded over from Monday Night Raw. And, well, The Miz, I mean, some may say that he did, I mean, you can't deny that Miz did really spark the chain of events that led to Tyson Kidd's injury. Although to say that Miz was responsible for it, that's stretching it a bit too far. The Miz, he issued the open challenge, Lesnar came out to answer it, and Miz, the coward that he is, he took off. He ran for the hills. So tonight, Miz can officially make his in-ring debut against Jack Swagger tonight. But the Miz, he certainly has angered Jack Swagger, as you see Swagger just pacing around the ring at ringside. Swagger, he's just itching to get this match underway. He just wants to take out his frustrations on The Miz. And I have to think that Brock Lesnar would have came out to the ring anyways, not just for the open challenge, but I think that Lesnar, I mean, let's face it, he was frustrated. He was there at that SmackDown show. He was there, so of course he was going to step into the ring and, well, I mean, maybe he wouldn't have stepped into the ring. Maybe he would have just assaulted some people backstage. Who knows? He's Brock Lesnar. He can basically do what he wants. Of course, Lita, the general manager of SmackDown, she has the power to rein him in, and she has done so in the past. She's not just going to let Brock Lesnar run the show himself. So Lesnar, you know, there would have been a cap on the damage he could have done. He wouldn't have taken out everybody. But you have to think that somebody would have fallen victim to the wrath of the Beast incarnate. Would it have been Tyson Kidd? Maybe, maybe not. That's all speculation at this point, though. Look at the clothesline from Swagger. So we can't really place the blame on The Miz for Kidd's injury, although he did really set everything in motion. So I don't know, I guess that's your call to make. Is The Miz responsible for Kidd's injury? Swagger might believe so, maybe he doesn't. But the fact remains that The Miz did really set up that scenario. And throw that all aside, Swagger tonight, even if he has no personal grudge against The Miz, Swagger still is fighting for the sake of Tyson Kidd. He's fighting not only for himself, but also for the honor of his partner. So he's going to be coming out here more aggressive than typical. What is this? What kind of a pin is that, Miz? I mean, I guess he hooked the leg, so I can't really find fault with him for that, but I mean, we know that The Miz is arrogant. We know that The Miz has an ego, but I mean, why should I expect anything different on SmackDown? It's a new show. Why should I expect Miz to turn a new leaf? Oh, knees right to the back of Jack Swagger. That's the thing, Miz coming over here to SmackDown, while his antics, his tactics may have remained the same. Miz he is looking a bit more aggressive in this matchup. Of course, he was very frustrated with his condition over on Monday Night Raw. The whole Awesome Truth tag team didn't go where he wanted it to go. Miz partially blamed that on R-Truth. He also partially blamed it on the Raw general manager, Paul Heyman. Let's look at this. Swagger belly-to-belly suplex. And Swagger trying to fire himself up as well as this crowd. I mean, the crowd's not going to cheer for The Miz, so they're going to be siding with Swagger regardless of what he does. But Swagger trying to channel the energy of these people, perhaps try to channel some sort of spiritual energy from Tyson Kidd. As Swagger delivers a shoulder right into the midsection. Punch to the face. Knee lift now. Miz to the center of the ring. Swagger to the second rope. Elbow drop right to the heart of The Miz. If he even has one, that is. And the hook of the leg. 2. Kick out by The Miz. Miz is still in it. As Swagger argues with the referee here. But it was only a 2, Jack. It was only a 2 count. As Swagger now wrenching on the head and neck of The Miz. Looking to take out some punishment, some frustrations on somebody. He's looking to use The Miz as a punching bag tonight. As he whips him off the ropes. And Swagger right to the knee with that shot block. Well, I guess it was more of an inverted shot block to the front, more to the shin, rather than the back of the leg. As Swagger looking to perhaps wear Miz down for that Patriot lock. That is the thing. Swagger and Miz both have a leg-targeted submission hold in their arsenal. So it's going to be a very similar sort of approach for these two men. As Swagger was really looking to wear down the leg, the knee of The Miz, the ankle as well. No, wait, reversal. Miz was looking for a float over neck breaker, but Swagger, amateur wrestling takedown. That's the thing. Swagger does have that amateur wrestling background. He is going to utilize that to full effectiveness to wrestle circles around The Miz. But like I said, both men will be targeting the leg, the ankle, in Swagger's case, Miz, more so the knee. Each sizing up for their respective submission holds. Swagger, the Patriot lock. And as for The Miz, the figure 4. Look at that. Miz really grabbing at that knee. Swagger's been working it for a better part of this matchup. But Miz able to create some separation. Try to get some feeling back into that knee. Oh, and now Miz. Miz is looking to return the favor. An elbow. Another one right to the knee. Directly to that joint of Jack Swagger. And now a single leg Boston Crab. Miz targeting that leg. Swagger so close to those ropes. I don't think he's going to tap out here. Can he get the rope break? Or is he going to power out of it? That's what he does, using his legs to escape the hold. As Swagger, I'd have to give him the technical edge over The Miz in this matchup. But Miz, that's, technical ability, that's not the only thing that can win you a match. It's not the only aspect of it. So Miz is going to have to rely on something else. Perhaps some dirty tactics. If that's what it comes down to, Miz, he will stoop to those levels. Look at Swagger. Swagger bomb! Off that second rope. Hook of the leg by Swagger. 1, 2. No, kick out by The Miz. For a second there, I was wondering if Swagger would even need the Patriot lock. And you never know, he might not need it. Miz and Swagger also possess other moves that they can use to end a match. For Swagger, it's the gut-wrench powerbomb. Miz, the skull-crushing finale. But Swagger's got that Patriot lock applied. Miz, is he gonna tap? He's trying to crawl to those ropes, but he's not gonna get there. Swagger pulls him back. But Miz, able to roll out of it. Nice reversal by The Miz. Oh, and now a kick right to the leg. Right to the injured leg of Swagger. Snap DDT. And oh my goodness, Swagger's busted open. Swagger's bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. Is now The Miz. Oh, drop kick. Drop kick right to the knee. Miz really going to work on that leg of Swagger. And now Miz could be going in for the kill. Swagger, you see the blood. Punch to the face by The Miz, just targeting that open wound, and a skull-crushing finale. It's lights out for Swagger. Miz just taunting this crowd, mocking them. Oh, and look at the blood now. Just look at it. Pouring out of the face of Jack Swagger, just gushing out. And the figure four applied. Miz could have gone for the cover off the skull-crushing finale, but he wants to win in dominant fashion in this debut. Swagger submits to the figure four. And the Miz, he does it. Like it or not, I certainly don't like it. The Miz wins in his debut on Tuesday Night SmackDown. So the new brand, it seems as though it could lead to a bright new future for The Miz. Bright under those Hollywood lights. Will The Miz be a future champion? I hope not. I hope not. This man, The Miz, I despise him. That's no secret. As do many people in this audience. But you have to respect the fact, The Miz, he came out here and he won this match. He didn't do it with dirty tricks. He went out there and won with hard work. And of course, his in-ring abilities. You can't take that away from him. As we are back now on SmackDown, it is time for the main event. It is for the Intercontinental Championship. And it is no holds barred. But it's not Falls Count Anywhere. I do want to stress that. There is one catch to this stipulation, and that is all pinfalls or submissions, any decision must occur within the ring. It is not a Falls Count Anywhere match, so the match, while it can go anywhere, there are no countouts. And while any weapons can be introduced, as it is no disqualification, at the end of the day, the pinfall, the submission, whatever the case, it must be decided inside the ring. That was the stipulation named by the general manager, Lita. After that match at Fastlane, after the double countout, Lita, she wanted to make sure that we got a clean, decisive victory to this matchup. And that's why the fall must be in the ring, not outside the ring. We don't want to worry about any countouts or disqualifications, but at the same time, Lita would like to avoid any sort of interference. And it'd be more likely that we'd see some sort of interference if these people, if Jericho and Stardust could go anywhere in the arena. You could see a fan jump in, for Pete's sake. I mean, you never know what could happen in the WWE. But I think also this stipulation was, for Lita, I think she's trying to keep the action in the ring as much as possible, because these two men hate each other. They absolutely loathe one another. Jericho to Stardust, and Stardust reciprocates the same feelings. I think Lita, by making the stipulation that the fall must occur in the ring, my belief is that that is to hopefully try to keep as much action in the ring as possible. Although this matchup, basically just an unsanctioned brawl, for all sakes and purposes, or all intents and purposes. But as you see, there he is, the Intercontinental Champion Stardust, making his way to the ring. And I don't know, that stipulation again, while it would encourage more in-ring fighting, that doesn't mean that we're gonna get it, and I'm not entirely sure if we will. Stardust and Jericho, well, I mean, we saw Stardust was willing to take the fight to the outside with that superplex to the floor. I don't even think Stardust was trying to win the match by a countout. He was just out to destroy Chris Jericho with that superplex, and in the end, he just took himself out of the equation as well. But Stardust, he is the Intercontinental Champion. He won the title at Survivor Series when he defeated Darren Young. And of course at Fastlane, Stardust did retain the belt against Jericho, although it wasn't a decisive victory, it was a draw. And that is what we are trying to avoid here tonight. As Chris Jericho, Y2J, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, stares down his challenger. The artist formerly known as Cody Rhodes, now under the new persona known as Stardust. And like it or not, Stardust, this new character of Cody Rhodes' design, it has gained him success. It has gained him that Intercontinental Championship, and Stardust will do whatever it takes to retain that title tonight. Stardust, he has only held the title for 44 days as it stands right now. And that's not the greatest run, not the greatest Intercontinental Championship reign we've seen. especially when you compare it to the likes of Titus O'Neil and Ryback, who held the championship for well over 6 months. The bell hasn't even rung yet, but Stardust and Jericho are immediately at each other's throats. If you thought the match between Randy Orton and Cesaro was personal, well, you haven't seen anything yet. As Stardust tosses Jericho to the outside, so much for keeping the action in the ring. That clearly has not worked out. As Jericho bounces off the announce table, bounces off the ring apron. Stardust now, kick to the midsection. Stardust, of course, I mean, think about it. Chris Jericho attacked Stardust's brother, Goldust, and just tortured him with steel chair shots. The walls that Jericho, even after Goldust was tapping out, Jericho still continued to apply the pressure. And this wasn't even in a match, remind you. Jericho just attacked Goldust for the sake of antagonizing Stardust. Well, Jericho was looking for the chair shot. Stardust able to block it. And look at this. Inverted suplex. Jericho nearly landed face first on that baseball bat, although I think he just narrowly missed it. Fortunately for Jericho. Steel chair shot to the back of the skull. But we're going to see plenty of toys being introduced in this matchup. Although toys definitely is not the proper term to describe these weapons of torture. It's just a matter of which one do these superstars, which one are they going to choose to go with? What will be their weapon of choice? Are they even going to stick to using a weapon? I don't think it really matters. These two men just want to tear each other apart. Neither man wants to leave this arena without the Intercontinental Championship. For Chris Jericho, it would be his first title reign of the series. And Chris Jericho, I mean, same goes for Stardust. Both of these men are originals. Stardust, one of the SmackDown originals. Chris Jericho started off on Raw, although he made the transition to SmackDown late last year in a huge clothesline. Rather, not late last year. When I say last year, I'm referring to not this past year with like Fastlane and Survivor Series, but the year before that. The one before that. Back when, Stardust over the barricade. Yeah, this match is not staying in the ring, if that hasn't become clear already. But no, I refer to back when Mark Henry was the World Heavyweight Champion. That last year. So, it's not 2 years ago, it's just over 12 months ago. So like 13, 14 months ago. I'm getting caught on a tangent. As Stardust whipped into a table here. When did we put that there? Well, regardless, Chris Jericho looking to suplex him. No! But Stardust thankfully able to reverse. A kick to the midsection. Jericho staggered. And look at this. Snap suplex to the concrete floor. There's Chris Jericho now. He's in trouble. Could Stardust look to put him through the table? I think that's what he's looking to do. Jericho. This is not going to be good for Chris. Flapjack right through the table. Jericho face first. Stardust trying to rally the crowd behind him. And this crowd obliges. Looking for a straight jacket DDT. Jericho, though, able to reverse. Hammers his way out of that predicament. Oh no, not on the concrete. Power bomb. Stardust bounces off that concrete. Devastating impact from Jericho. You're not supposed to bounce off of a concrete floor, but Stardust did it. And that just goes really a testament to the force behind that move. As Jericho delivers a chair shot to the gut, and now a DDT. Stardust headfirst onto the chair. And that chair, it's not going to provide any sort of cushioning from the concrete floor. If anything, it'll only amplify the damage. Now Jericho's got a trash can. Right to the back of the head of Stardust. Jericho's got the steel chair again. Right to the midsection. And again to the back now. Chris Jericho just relentless. Like I said, these two men will stop at nothing to win the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. They'll put their bodies, their careers on the line if they have to. Look at this reversal. But it's not falls count anywhere. Stardust just on instinct, bridging into that pin off the Northern Light suplex. But wait, why are you climbing on that? Stardust, what are you doing? An axe handle off of that equipment box. That's not what that was made for, Stardust. I don't think either of these two men care. As Stardust now just dragging Jericho. You hear the crowd chanting for Cody. Cody Rhodes, Stardust, one and the same. Is this crowd trying to show support for the Intercontinental Champion? Just look at this. Jericho and Stardust, where are they going? The ring is nowhere near that way. They're up by our stage. There's a shot to the back and now a knee lift. Jericho is staggered. Oh no, not on the floor. Alabama slam in the back of Jericho's head, bouncing off the concrete. I think it'd be incredibly fortunate if either of these men could escape this matchup without some sort of injury, especially concussions. I mean, all this bouncing off the concrete, hazardous to your health. Oh, reversal by Jericho. A reverse STO takes down Stardust. Jericho, why are you climbing up there? Jericho, get down. Oh no, moonsault from the stage. Chris Jericho, like I said, these two men will put their bodies on the line for the sake of the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, and now Stardust bounces off that LED board on the stage, and another powerbomb from Jericho. Good Lord. Now what are you doing? Oh, ramming him off the LED lights. Well, wait a minute, what do you mean? I'm being told we have to cut to a commercial during a match? What?
Welcome to the Performance Center. I know you had a lot of offers on the table, and I'm glad you chose to go with the WWE. We know how talented you are, and we want to put you on the fast track to the NXT title. I want to see what you can do in a real match. I'm pairing you up with Tyler Breeze. He's a former #1 contender for the NXT title. If you get past him, we'll be sure to debut you at NXT in the near future.
I feel sorry for anyone who stands in my way. My era of destruction starts right now.
Well, welcome back. Oh, it's Jericho whipped right into that. Oh my God, and again. Well, this is actually the first time we've ever had to take a commercial break during a match. But, well, fortunately, with that commercial break, we've got our camera crew backstage. We've got cameras. Oh, code breaker. Well, we've now got cameras stationed all over the backstage area. We don't know what these two men are gonna do. But remember, this is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. This match is gonna have to get back to the ring at some point. Is Jericho trying to drag Stardust over that sort of like elevated platform, but it's not happening. Jericho, does he have he just didn't have the strength to haul Stardust over that platform there. Oh no. Oh no, Jericho! Powerbomb through the table! Well, there's another table broken. Is this even a match? This isn't even a match anymore. This is just an all-out war. Is Jericho, what is he doing? Jericho going into that room. This crowd has no clue what's going on. The action is no longer right in front of them. Whoa. Oh, they're in Triple H's office now. We haven't seen Triple H make an on-camera appearance since his match with Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. But Stephanie McMahon did mention Triple H a few episodes ago on Raw, of course, in the hunt for the new women's talent. So of course we had to expect to see Triple H back here at some point. Oh, what a DDT, silver spoon DDT, and Jericho's bleeding. Jericho is busted open right at the forehead. The blood is flowing out of that cut. What is it with everybody getting busted open nowadays? Swagger got busted open earlier on, but Jericho able to catch that steel chair. I mean, at this point, I shouldn't be too squeamish. What more can I see? What more damage can these two men do to each other? As Triple H just watches on, I don't know if he's disappointed in this, if he's impressed, or if he's just frustrated that these men are in his office. Oh no. Chris Jericho, not another table. Somebody save the tables. A suplex, another one broken. That's now, what, three tables? Next, they're going to be coming after the announce table. As Jericho with that briefcase, that steel briefcase, just shot after shot to Stardust. As it looks like Stardust is going to be taken now out of that office. Chris Jericho just tosses him away right into that wall. And now again into the wall. These two men, I mean, like I said, this isn't even a match anymore. These two men are just destroying each other. This is hardly even a sanctioned fight. Is Stardust now? Well, thankfully for Triple H, these two men are now out of his office and they're getting further and further away. I mean, heck, they might have been after his desk next. What is that? That's like a steel shelf. What is Stardust gonna do with that? Is he gonna use it as a weapon? He's gonna hit Jericho with that? Are you kidding? Oh my God. Unbelievable. What more can these two men do to each other? I thought I had seen it all, but clearly there's still more that I have yet to see. Stardust just dragging Jericho. Where are these men headed? Jericho now just tossed away. Are they finally going to head back towards the arena? Seems as though they're finally making their way towards the ring. Stardust just walking Jericho away, but Jericho's got a bit of separation, and now it seems as though, oh, Jericho's going to run for it, but Stardust chasing after him. And now these two men they finally made their way back into the arena. Jericho trying to escape from Stardust, but Stardust is in pursuit. Jericho trying to get away from Stardust. These two men are finally back into the ring. Looks as though the referee has found a shortcut, thank goodness. I mean, this matchup, this fight has gone on long enough. We'd need the referee there for an immediate pinfall should one occur. And there might be one right there. Disaster kick. Could be lights out for Jericho. First cover the matchup. 1, 2. Kick out by Jericho. And wow, that was the first cover of the matchup. These two men have been going at it for well over 10 minutes. Nearly 15 minutes. But that was the first pinfall attempt. Who knows how much longer this fight could go on for. As Stardust staggered against the ropes, Jericho gonna dump him to the outside. Stardust trying to recover his wits. Jericho, look at the blood pouring out of his face. And when he tried to do this at Fastlane, it didn't work. This time, Jericho putting his body on the line, and it pays off for him. But how much damage did that do to Jericho himself? At Fastlane, it completely backfired on him, but tonight, he manages to hit it. And right now, Stardust is incapacitated. Chris Jericho, springboard, lion salt, and this could do it. 1, 2. No, a kick out again, are you kidding me? What is it going to take to end this matchup? Jericho cover again. He can't believe it. And a kick out again. How are either of these men still in this match? How is Jericho still standing? How is Stardust still able to kick out? And now he's standing. Unbelievable. Stardust bouncing out of the turnbuckle. Reversal. Jericho. Oh, but Stardust nearly lost his balance right there. He nearly collapsed. Oh, what a huge clothesline. Jericho over the top. Well, so much for keeping the action in the ring. Don't tell me we're gonna go to the backstage again. Or even worse, are we gonna go throughout the rest of this arena? Oh no. Stardust, what are you doing? From the top rope, are you serious? An elbow drop. I don't think he quite got all of it, but now both men are down. Stardust from the top to the outside. Is there nothing that these two men won't do? Is there any limits to what these two men are willing to do in this matchup tonight? Jericho whipped into the barricade. Stardust a punch to the face and Jericho falls. These two men are barely on their feet. How these men are still conscious. Oh, reversal. Stardust into the barricade. Head first off the barricade goes Stardust. And now into the ring post. Chris Jericho. What is he gonna do now? Oh my God, no! No, don't do it! Oh, a big boot into the ring post. Stardust's face, his head, his skull just sandwiched between boot and steel. He's gotta be out of it. There's no way Stardust can come back from that. Jericho just pinned the man. Yeah, this match has to be over. But Jericho doesn't seem like he's done yet, looking to just ensure his victory. As he nails the code breaker, Stardust is bleeding now. Jericho hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new Intercontinental Champion, but it was not without sacrifice. Chris Jericho, you can see the wounds on all over his face from this matchup. He's gonna need stitches or staples after this. No, he's gonna need stitches for sure. But he got what he came for. He's the new Intercontinental Champion, and that is gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Keep on YouTubing.
Put you on the fast track to the NXT title. I want to see what you can do in a real match. I'm pairing you up with Tyler Breeze. He's a former #1.
This is my era in NXT. I'm going on a demolition course straight for that NXT title. I feel sorry for anyone who stands in my way. My era of destruction begins right now. That was close. I almost had it.
The only thing he did was get me heated. The last thing he wants is me, angry, and coming after him. Challenge laid down. It's all on him now. Let's do this.
I'm keeping those as bloopers. I have to. It is a must.